Welcome to the I Learn, Therefore I Can podcast, an iRise performance consulting production where we explore the dynamic world of performance through a learning and development lens with a focus on achieving excellence. I'm your host, Lonnie Gregory, and I'm inspired by those of you that wish to be better at what you've been asked to do. You can see the sign, it says beach. I'm 40. This is up here to celebrate 40 trips around the sun for my eldest daughter. The whole crew is out here in the beautiful island of Puerto Rico, and we're celebrating her birthday. Woo-hoo. I wish I could say that louder, but I've been out here a couple of days. You know how the voice gets. Anyway, the whole crew is here. We're celebrating life. But of course, we do have to understand what we've learned as we've come this far. So I'm going to be checking in with my family, my friends, my people that are here. I'm going to ask them a couple questions about what they've learned, therefore they can be. They were kind of focusing on that relationship piece, right? The family relationship had some very dynamic relationship. We've learned things from each other throughout our entire lives. So we want to hear a little bit about that. Anyway, while that's important, the celebration, the birthday celebration is even more important. We've been going on, we've been keeping it on, and we're going to continue to keep it on, celebrating my baby's birthday. 40 years. Woo-hoo. Sorry, that's all I got. Hello friends, in front of you is my sister Pam. You've heard me talk about her, my chief advocate. She's always been in my corner. She's probably taught me the greatest lessons about family and other things. So Pam, I just want to ask you, what have you learned about family, just family, and how do you apply that lesson today?
The greatest gift from family is the love and seeing our DNA keep going forward and forward into new beings, you know. Here come the nieces and the nephews and the grandnieces and nephews and grandbabies and even the other people that join us through friendships and love relationships that become family. The energy is so powerful. It kind of takes my breath away, you know. It really does. I'm humbled when I'm around my family because the energy is just so magnificent. It's beautiful to see the smiles and our gratitude to our Creator for keeping us so that we can meet over and over again.
And how do you apply that today?
That love just comes out toward other people too that aren't family. You know, I think it helps build up a reserve that you can be more understanding, kind, and tolerant to other people and their behaviors that might be different from yours, you know. So that's what it helps me with.
There it is, friend. There it is, friends. I learned to love so I can love others.
Amen.
Sounds powerful to me. Thank you, Sister Dear.
Amen.
Friends, I told you I'm here celebrating with my family. You met my first sister, Pam. This is the eldest sister. She is the one closest to our father, right? She's got that family tree history thing. If I want to know about my dad, that's who I turn to. If I want to know about other people in the family, that's who I turn to. And more importantly, if I want to know about what it was really like growing up in New York City in the late 60s and 70s, she's got the stories. It's my sister, my eldest sister, Sandra. She calls me Little Brother. I'm the Little Brother. Sandy, my dear, what have you learned about family? And how do you apply that to your life?
Family wasn't something to be learned, really. It was, I experienced family. And I experienced two sets of grandparents, aunts and uncles. And then later on, I experienced a sister and a brother. And then I created my own family. So family evolved. What I've learned about family is that the concept of family is a group that moves together, that sometimes thinks together, that share joy, that share sadness. I've learned that family is necessary. After really trying to go it alone, I realized that it's an absolute necessity. And I really feel sorrow and regret for people who are alone in this world and don't have blood connections to rely on.
So friends, you heard it. You heard it from my eldest sister, my father's firstborn, the one that we all turn to understand things, because she understands lots of things. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you. Be well. Friends, you're looking at my about-to-be stepson or son-in-law. Thank you. I don't even know what to call him. I just know I love this dude because he loves my daughter. So I'm good. I'm really good. So let me just ask you this question, sir. Yep. What have you learned about family, and how do you apply that to your life?
Okay. Well, I've learned that family is quite diverse in its many facets. You know, you have people that feel one way, some people may feel another, but our common bond is that we all come together as one when we talk about family. No matter where we at in our life or whatever, we all come together as family, as we should. And sometimes it's not always just blood. It's the person that knows you. It could be the people that's been there with you through thick and thin, and also the ones that aren't around all the time, but when y'all get together, it's like magic. It's like everything is all right in the world. And that's what family is to me. You know, it's the togetherness, the love, and it's the understanding that no matter what happens, that we're always family. I'm always love you. We can be mad and angry as much as we want to be at each other, but at the end of the day, love is what conquers all, and that's what family is about to me. So, love y'all.
That's what's up. Love you back. Friends. Well, standing here in front of me is a guy that loves my other daughter. They together. Friends, I got to tell you, I sleep well at night. I do not worry about either one of my daughters. I certainly don't worry about the baby girl. By the way, I think I shared with you, I still think she's 17. And I turn around and she's 26. Like, when did that happen? And not only that, she shows up with this dude. But this dude is a good dude. He loves my daughter. I sleep well at night, I got to tell you. So Simon, let me ask you, man. What have you learned about family? And how have you applied that to your life?
Well, I mean, everything I've learned from family is about, you know, my family and the interactions I've had with other people's families. And like, you know, I guess my 27 years of being on this earth, you realize that family is the only people that truly have your back. You know, like the saying goes, your grandmothers are the only ones like truly praying for you. So, I mean, that's really what I look at it as. It's like your family's always gonna be your number one supporters. Normally the people you share everything with is gonna be your family. Like that foundation, you know, that just helps you propel you to better things in life starts with family. So how I apply it is just it's really just, you know, showing love. Like, it's, you know, it's the little things sometimes, like going to, you know, pick up my grandma some lilies just because it's the only place I could find lilies, or, you know, taking my mom out to eat just cause. Being around my sister, you know, now she got a son, so I'm an uncle, so, you know, being with my nephew and stuff, it just helps shape everything in perspective, and it's to let him know that, you know, I'm there for him, just like I know they're there for me.
Right. Just like you there for my daughter, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I know you are, man, and I appreciate you. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Be well. Friends, standing in front of you right now is my brother-in-law, Terry. He's an incredible guy. I would be remiss if I just stopped right there. This man has cared for my father like it was his father. He cares for my mother like it's his mother. He cares for my sister like it's his woman. Right? He's a good dude, and he's full of wisdom. Terry, what have you learned about family, and how do you apply that to your life now?
It took me a while, but man, a long time, brother. I remember when I was young. At first, I learned how to read when I was 3. That's when my family began, because then there's only 3 people I knew. You know, Cornell, his sister, Maureen, his other brother, younger brother Joe, and the other younger brother, Dennis. That was my first family, because I grew up with them up to the 5th, till I turned 5 years old. And after that, when I started going to school, I didn't think about family. Whoever I was around was my family. When I was in school, they were my family. When I went to elementary school, I lost contact because I was displaced from my family from elementary school, and it hurt me. I didn't reconnect with family until later on in life, after I went through a whole lot of trials and tribulations. You know, it took me like 20, 30 years before I reconnected with my family, and that was when I hooked up with my first family union, when I saw the importance of family. And I said to myself, you mean I got all these people in my life that I don't know, and they my family? What the fuck with me? You know, why in the fuck did I miss all these people in my life? People I could have been supporting, right? They could have been supporting me through those times when I was fucking up. You know, because they were around. I just didn't know them. And I like people know, tell the people know right now, if you got family, cherish your damn family, man. Because they who gonna stand by you. I ain't gonna say all of them will. I ain't gonna say 100% of them will. But you do have family that do love you, even though they might not know you. But once they know you connected to them, people open their eyes and say, damn, I mean, this person's my loved one, and I've been displaced from being around him, and, you know, and getting to know him and his family, because he has family too. You know? So yeah, man. When I met my wife, I got another family. I met another family, and I adopted them in my life. Along my real family, we all grew as one. They know about my family, I know about their family. That's how it's supposed to be. It should be like that. Yeah, I incorporate that. I love them as much as I love my own family. I love my own mother and father, even though they passed. You know, every one of them is mine, just like my blood. Even though we might not have the same bloodline, right? I treat them like they my bloodline. And that's how life should be. We all have the same fucking blood, believe it or not. We all come with the same fucking tree. You understand me? So yeah, listen, believe in yourself, believe in your family, think with your head. All right, now, what I've learned is this. Don't neglect people. Never neglect people. If you around someone, help them in any way you can. Think about the circumstances in their life that you might be able to help them with. You know? I always tell people, think with your minds, not with your hearts. Your hearts can lead you astray, but your mind, if you're intelligent enough to see through bullshit, your mind gonna take you down the right path. Always. Don't be misled by bullshit, because it's out there. All right? That's my message.
That's what's up, friends. You heard it when we call him Coco T. You got plenty of wisdom. When I need to understand something, that's the man I go to. Brother, I love you. Thank you.
Respect, man. Respect.
Respect.
All right.
Friend standing in front of you, it's my son, my one and only son, Malcolm in the middle.
Salutations. How y'all doing?
Son, you know we out here celebrating your sister's 40th birthday.
4-0.
And while we're celebrating, we do take the opportunity to reflect and think about what we know or what we've learned about family. Therefore, we can be something. What have you learned about your family, and what do you do with that knowledge?
Besides the knowledge I already know about my family, but to dispel more into this question, into the answer, what I usually learn about family, like that Shrek term, there's just layers. There's always going to be a layer that you find out. And usually, I would say as adolescents, as we grow up, we sometimes have a sense of what our family might be or how they act or respond. And the older you get, you almost just, when you identify it and you cipher it, it becomes more breathtaking of discovering what you don't know about your family. Sometimes you don't know that your father or uncle might be the party animal because you just always see them so reserved. And with that being said, the lessons that I usually get out of understanding this is grace, is understanding grace. It's, I wouldn't say benefit of the doubt, but the discernment of giving grace in terms of, you know, as my father would put it, he learned being a father. And I am experiencing myself in the same way too. It's something that makes you even more appreciative about the struggle it takes, you know, to become something. It's not easy to change overnight. A tiger doesn't lose his stripes overnight. This takes years and dedication and practice and discipline. And with that being said, that's mainly what I get out of the things I learned from my family. It's a disciplinary approach to it, just due to the fact that everything that you want to become, everything that you want to be, does take discipline, and it does take a process, and it does take time to reach that. It's not overnight. Sometimes I blame myself. I think people should just be perfect, and I'm not perfect. So that's what I really learned from family. Just give the grace.
Give the grace. Thank you, son. Appreciate you. Be well. That concludes this episode of I Learn, Therefore I Can, an iRise Consulting Performance podcast. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling better about being better at what I was asked to do. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. And thanks for learning. Because learning matters and performance counts. Be well.